Not really.
Yeah,
I don't expect much.
that's basically it. I'm not expecting anything. Like, anything interesting will be a win for this, really.
Pretty much.
I think they're showing some PS4 and PSVR games and only a handful of PS5 indie and third-party games.
Yeah, from what I understood, it's only indie PS5 titles, and most of it is only PS4. And also no news on PS5 in general, tech-wise. So no price or anything like that.
Oh, it's starting.
Yep.
World premiere.
That's Microsoft.
Yeah. But they got him for the
Okay.
PlayStation one. Then it cuts to rebuilding database. You turned off your PS4 incorrectly.
I get that all the time.
Me too.
Hi.
Hey everyone, I'm Lou Stutter,
Ratchet
producer at
Clank,
Toys
yeah.
for Bob, and I'm
We
here to
start
talk
with
to
Crash.
you about Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Crash 4 is a direct sequel to Crash Bandicoot Warped. The devious villains, Neo Cortex and Dr. Entropy, have finally escaped their interdimensional prison, leaving an evil scientist-sized hole in the universe. Now they've got their eyes set on not only simply conquering this dimension, but all dimensions. And it's up to Crash and Coco to save the day. Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time is the first totally new game in the Crash Bandicoot series in over a decade. So for us at Toys for Bob, we felt that it was important to reintroduce longtime fans as well as new players to this amazing franchise. First, we made sure to incorporate the classic tense, precise, and perspective-shifting platforming that we all fell in love with. And then, we wanted to introduce exciting new elements that we can't wait to show you today. Let's start with Insanity Beach. This is where Crash's adventure first started, and where we pick things up again in Crash 4. But there have definitely been changes since we first saw Insanity Beach all those years ago. And throughout Crash 4, you'll see those changes to our gameplay and even our art style. Our art teams wanted to take inspiration from not just the original games, but the animated cartoons that inspired those original games, all while also delivering bigger, more awe-inspiring dimensions to explore.
So far
Throughout
it
Crash
looks good.
4, you'll see
Yeah.
wide open new vistas,
Looks
new
like it'd be
character
fun.
models, and lots of expressive animations. And with all of that also comes new additions to the platforming, like having the ability to wall run, rope swing, rail grind, and zip line as well. In the original trilogy, specifically Crash Warped, there were certain moments in the game where Crash would change outfits. Think Crash wearing a biker jacket when riding a motorcycle. That seemed like a natural area for us to expand upon. So we have loaded the game with tons of awesome skins that you can earn and wear throughout the game. These skins are totally cosmetic and a fun way to express yourself while playing the game. And just to be clear, there's no MTX here.
And
Skins
buy.
are earned by completing different challenges and earning gems within levels.
Oh,
Crash
okay.
4 also introduces the Quantum Masks, the powerful
my
protectors
God,
of time and
you
space.
just said, okay.
Crash and Coco will need their
Never mind
assistance
then.
throughout the game to tackle the crazy challenges that we're going to be throwing at the player. Whether it's Ika Ika, who gives you the ability to instantly flip your center of gravity at the press of a button, Kapunawa, who allows you to slow down the world around you, or Lonnie Lowly, who allows you to phase shift elements in and out of existence. Bending the rules of reality and altering your environment with these new masks is a must. We also can't wait to talk to you about the fourth mask, Akano, but that's gonna have to wait for another day. What we can tell you today, though, is that Crash isn't the only character you get to take control of during this adventure. For
Oh, we
starters,
saw that
you
before.
can play the entire game as Coco.
Yeah.
Any level that you can play as Crash, you can also play as Coco. It was also very important for us that she take a more prominent role in the story this time as well. But that's not all. We've got a few other characters that you'll get to control at key points in the adventure, so that they can provide their own fresh perspectives and new gameplay. Here you can see that you'll be taking control of Neo Cortex.
Oh, wow.
He's all about using his blaster to
Yeah, there was a gameplay with
change
Cortex.
an
yeah,
enemy in
there
his
is.
path. In addition to playing as Cortex, we're excited to reveal that for the first time, you'll also get to tail slap your way through crates as Dingo Dial. I repeat, you get to play as Dingo Dial in Crash 4.
Oh boy, this is interesting.
And a lot has
Dingo
changed
Dial.
in the years since we last saw Dingo Dial. In fact, he hung up his old flamethrower
Okay,
rocket
this is
launcher
already
combo
called
when he
Din-
decided to retire from a life of villainy and open a diner. Unfortunately for Dingo, fortunately for us, his adventure begins by witnessing the destruction of said beloved diner and getting sucked into another dimension. finally, there's one more surprise I'm incredibly excited to show you today. The Crash Bandicoot
cool.
series has always been about finding new and exciting ways to play through the game. In the past, it's been about taking on time trials or discovering all the hidden secrets. Well, for Crash 4, we wanted to bring something brand new to the table, so we teamed up with our friends at Beanox to create a brand new style of play for Crash 4 that we call Inverted Mode. It's our souped-up, bumpa-berry-fueled take on a mirror mode. Not only are perspectives shifted, but now each of the dimensions are rendered in a new and unique art style that really changes the look and feel of the experience. One dimension could be asking you to traverse through a neon wasteland, while another tasks players with spinning paint all over the environment to see their path forward. We've even got one that feels like an old-timey movie, with the overcranked camera speed increasing the actual speed of gameplay as well. Once unlocked, players can replay all the game's levels with a totally new and dynamic look and feel. It's an incredibly fun feature that is going to give every player, especially the completionists out there, a reason to revisit each level again to see what new and exciting experiences in store for them. So that's some of the new stuff that we have in store for you in Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Experience
really
the
good.
space and time-bending madness on October 2nd.
It's not actually that far away either.
Today's State of Play is loaded with third-party
was
updates
Crash.
for PS4 and PSVR.
Looks
And some new
interesting so
PS5 gameplay too. We opened the show with an all-new
Really like
look
that
at
they're making
Crash
Dingo
4.
playable.
It's About
Should be
Time, coming to PlayStation 4
see how
on
it
As long
October
as he's
2nd.
not like too slow, like
Now let's keep the party going with the
as long as
latest
it's better
from
than
IO
Werehog and
Interactive.
Sonic. Will they show gameplay? Yes, probably.
This looks like gameplay.
Yeah. This isn't realistic. He hasn't already shot somebody in the head for no reason.
Besides, this is your big day.
Oh, VR
You
mode.
should mingle, have fun.
Oh, don't worry about that. My art speaks for itself.
Well, I have to go.
There's more ways to screw
I'll
around
see
for
you
no
when I
reason.
As long as the homing briefcase is back.
Yep.
That was amazing.
Drown him in the toilet.
Do it.
Oh, so the like all three of them then.
Play the entire World of Assassination trilogy in VR, so yeah. Guess they're gonna make conversions for the first two too.
I think despite we're watching on the same platform, we're still not quite synced.
Slightly unsynced, yeah. I don't know, I always end up seeing the ahead. I feel like I should know what this is. Something about the music reminds me of something else.
Lord of the Rings.
What is this?
Time shenanigans.
Time splitters.
That'd be pretty nuts if it's
I
just
wish.
like. It's the Prince of Persia. It could just be like something new entirely.
Probably an indie.
Oh, it's Jonathan Blow's thing. I forgot the name of it.
Oh boy.
What is it called again?
Hey, was it Braid?
Braid. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I couldn't
Remaster.
remember. the
Braid
name of it.
Anniversary Edition. It's a game where you're the villain and you don't know it.
We are
I just don't
happy to
remember why I
announce
could remember
Braid
like
Anniversary
the guy who's
Edition.
made its name.
It's the classic
Not for
puzzle
the game
adventure
itself.
where you manipulate time, hand repainted for modern
You'd be
high
like,
resolution.
Princess, why are
Many
you running
areas
away
have
from
been
me and try
re-envisioned
to
to
save
make
you?
them more
And then-
unique,
Oh,
and it's even more
that's
like
why.
a living painting with brushstrokes animating the world. There are more than 9 pixels for each pixel in the original game, There are new animations for smoother motion,
improved sound and music to enhance the mood, and many hours of developer commentary and interviews on subjects like puzzle design, programming,
Well,
and
considering
visual
that
art.
he
we
was
plan to make it the most
considered as
detailed
the mascot
commentary
of the
in
indie
any game
genre,
ever.
it makes
So
sense
if you
to
want to learn how
remaster it.
video games are made, Braid Anniversary Edition will be a really good resource.
We hope you'll enjoy the game when it
I
comes
think
out
this was
early
basically
next
the
year.
guy that kickstarted the indies into the public eye.
Kinda, yeah.
Didn't he also make The Witness?
The Pathless
Yes.
is a mythic adventure set on a mystical
Yeah.
island.
I like that
Let's
one.
take a quick
this one looks
tour in this
kinda
new footage
interesting.
captured from PS5.
This
Hi,
comes
everyone.
out
This is Matt
soon on
Nava from Giant
PS4.
Squid.
I'd like to get,
I'm
maybe
excited
just
to
mix
share
it
more with
something
you today
else.
about our upcoming game, The Pathless. The Pathless is an open-world, mythic adventure game set in a vast forest. You play as the Hunter.
Oh yeah, I'm getting this mixed up with another game.
The Hunter is a master of archery. She can shoot talismans to fill her dash meter, which allows her to bound across the landscape. Fluid, dynamic movement is at the core of the Pathless. So the game's unique take on archery is all about timing, not aiming down sights. This design was critical to
that
making
looks
it
kinda
possible
cool.
to shoot even
Yeah,
while moving
it's a
fast
nice
and
movement.
performing acrobatic maneuvers. You instantly feel as skilled as the hunter herself.
But is it really based on skill? It seems to be an auto log on.
Yeah, it's
looks like
basically
auto-lock.
auto-lock, I think.
With
Sort
help
of
from the
time
eagle,
aspect
you
when
can
you
even
have to
fly.
fire.
Sure.
It shows like
The bond between the hunter and the
the
eagle
like
is
the
central
triangle
in the
around,
Pathless.
like the diamond around it fills in.
You can gain altitude while you glide by flapping.
Yeah, the actual movement looks good.
Yeah.
Make sure you pet the eagle to keep it clean and in good flying condition.
Of course.
Yeah, pet those wings.
Petting minigame.
You'll find secrets all over the island, if you know where to look. Collecting crystals will let you upgrade the eagle's ability to flap. You will also discover larger puzzles to solve in ancient structures. The Pathless is all about finding your own way forward. So unlike most open-world games, there's no map.
Very difficult puzzle.
Instead, the hunter can use her mask to peer into the spirit world and discover distant landmarks. It even shows you where you've been. Getting to higher vantage points will let you see further with spirit vision.
Archer's Creed.
Giant cursed spirits, the source of the darkness, will
You gotta
pose a
climb up the
constant threat to
towers.
you on your quest. They will try to separate you from the eagle.
Can we jump into hay?
Stay still in the light to avoid detection. You won't be able to take on the cursed spirits until you've returned light to the obelisks. When the obelisks are restored, the cursed spirits will be vulnerable. chase them down through the forest to corner them in a dramatic final battle.
It's just like Monster Hunter.
Chase that motherfucker down.
Kind of like Shadow of the Colossus-ish.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
except you don't need a horse now, you can just run really fast.
The hunter and eagle will have to defeat the cursed spirits to bring light back to the world. I hope you've enjoyed this overview of The Pathless. We've only scratched the surface. There's so much more
Yeah,
to
looks
explore
fine.
and discover. The Pathless is coming out later this year. Thanks for watching.
That's kind of nice. Well, wasn't this a game for PS5?
Yes.
I don't think it
There
looks
it is.
much PS5-ish.
Yeah, it'll mainly just be like better
Next
draw
up, let's see
distances,
what's in
frame
store
rates,
for
resolution,
Spelunky
that sort of
2.
thing.
Hi, my name is Derek Yu, and I'm the creator of Spelunky.
Okay, this one is PS4, Spelunky 2.
For Spelunky 2,
Will we
I wanted to
actually
make
get a
sure
release
we
date
made
now?
something that got old fans excited and also brought in new players. It was important we didn't change the things that made Spelunky such a unique experience in the first place. So many people became fans of the game through their friends and family, and even strangers on the internet. That's one reason why we're adding online multiplayer, so that more people can play the game together. And I also wanted to include that feeling of community into Spelunky 2 itself to make sure that the game felt welcoming even though it's difficult. In Spelunky 2, when you do runs and discover new characters, you'll also be building an in-game community and family. I designed the world of Spelunky 2 to feel much more rich and dynamic than Spelunky 1. It's going to feel a lot more full. Players will be able to explore and interact with it in lots of new ways. For example, you'll be able to ride turkeys and find hidden passageways. And you'll have to choose between branching paths as you make your way deeper into the caves. As a result, the stories players create will have much more texture to them. Even after many, many hours of playing, I still have interesting runs that don't even go past the first area. In Spelunky 1, runs often centered around the shops and how you chose to interact with them. So in Spelunky 2, we've expanded the shopping experience and made them more nuanced and exciting. And also added new characters that can help you or hinder you.
Even the shop can kill you
Given how
now.
amazing the Spelunky community is, it's hard to say how long it will take to find the deepest secrets.
Looks really cool.
But I think the great thing
Like
about
the visual
Spelunky
style.
is that the deepest secrets are the ones that even I don't know about. And there are lots of new things to play with that I hope players can use to push past the boundaries of what we, as the developers, know about the game. I have two types of favorite stories from Spelunky fans. First are when people are genuinely surprised by something that happened in the game. And second, the ones where people shared a fun experience with friends and family in multiplayer. These are the stories I wanted to expand upon in Spelunky 2. They're really what guided my design choices. After releasing Spelunky, I knew there was a lot more that could be done with the concept and the world. Knowing that possibility was out there is what's been exciting for me and the rest of the team. In a lot of ways, when Spelunky 2 comes out, I want players to experience what we experienced making it. That feeling that there's something special there waiting for you to discover it. A big thanks to the fans who've waited patiently for us to finish Spelunky 2. It's been a long journey, but I think it's going to be worth it. Thanks.
Overkill.
Oh hey, there we go. Finally.
We've got a bunch of new PS4 updates to share with you, starting with a closer look at Genshin Impact.
Hey,
Haven't heard of that.
it's free to
Oh
play.
look, Breath of the Wild.
Hey, there's something strange over there. Come on, let's take a look.
Even a chest.
She's gonna glide off a cliff. No, not yet, not yet. I'm kind of like. Yeah, Nintendo don't care because it's like it's different enough. So they're like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, there was a huge controversy and I don't think Nintendo ever gave a shit about it.
Yeah, because it's coming out on the Switch, so like they really do not care. It looks really cool. I'm really interested to see how they handle the monetization because again, it's a free-to-play game. So
Yeah, these are the same guys behind Honkai Impact, I think, which is
Yes.
also a free-to-play game on mobile.
yeah, but that one set out more like your typical free-to-play mobile game with like the main menu leading to everything, like short missions and stuff. For the most part, there is some open world stuff now.
What is this disturbance to which I awaken?
That should be available at the end of the year.
Think you can get
There's
away?
been a few betas and whatnot.
Time for takeoff.
Is it PS4 or PS5? Or both?
PS4.
Yeah.
It was announced way back.
Yeah, PS4, PC, Switch, mobile as well, I think.
This autumn.
Yeah, so should be a release date soon.
I claim your mind for the Void Armada. Gods have squealed for my mercies. Who are you to stand in the way of my vengeance?
Beat 'em up.
Yeah, I think this is looking like some kind of beat 'em up.
Was it 1v1 only?
Okay, so maybe it's a fighting game then.
Could be like a Fury, where it's like basically 1v1 fights for the entire thing. Does give me Fury vibes.
You should have remained dead.
Oh wow, there will be PS4 games in 2021.
Well, yeah, it's kind of likely to be.
It's
the
a
case for
indie,
a little
so-
while. Yeah. I hope they're going for the 2D, 3D sort of mashup look. Kind of an interesting style.
It's time to talk bug snacks. Let's check out some gameplay footage captured
Could
from
be fine, they didn't really
PS5.
show much.
My
Booksmiths.
invitation is open. come
Okay, this
join
is the
me
one weird
on
game
the
they showed
island?
for PS4.
Wow, that's your new lead? Another monster hunt? Elizabeth Megafig is a two-bit con artist! Don't tell me you actually believe this half-baked nonsense! I swear, if you chase this Bugsnax story, you're out of a job!
You're the journalist! Lisbeth said you'd be coming. There's a bug snack right over there. Do me a favor and take my snack trap.
Stranger, I could use your help. This bunger goes wild for ketchup. Use it to lead the bunger over yonder.
I want you to use that journalistic instinct to find out what my favorite bug snack is. And feed it to me, Obs.
How's my little sprout doing, Mrs. Papa? Oh, of course he does. Well, I have a few prototype traps that I could put to use.
You're pretty good at stuff, and nobody hates you yet. You can catch bug snacks.
Is that like a sentient
and bring
Oreo?
everybody back to Snacksburg.
Well...
Food
say
rights.
you do find these Bugsnax and make it back alive. You just might keep your job. Now get going and try not to fall off a cliff.
There's a lot more in store. Let's start with an update on an eagerly awaited PlayStation VR game.
VR. Star Wars VR, oh boy.
Don't spoil me, please.
With Darth Vader. You're immortal.
Yeah, it doesn't look that great.
You must stop.
I mean, visually.
Yeah, graphically it looks very dated.
Of course, it's a downstep from the version for Rift and Quest and so on. Oh, so we get all of the 3 episodes in one package. Oh, pretty soon. Control? No.
Whatever you do, stay in the
It's
light.
the Dreamcast. Well, 5 of 5 games, so it might be Control? Remedy?
Yeah, I saw it right away. So another DLC?
Maybe. It does look like Control.
Control 3.
There was supposed to be an Alan Wake DLC for Control.
Yeah.
Maybe this is
Maybe
it?
he might just appear right at the end or something. It's like, hello, it's me, Alan Wake.
It's an
I am
ocean.
awake. Was that him? Was that the Alan Wake?
It didn't look like him a lot. It could
It's
be.
some guy.
I guess so, because it's O, so this is the DLC
Yeah.
part of Wake.
Alan Wake expansion, or what?
I guess.
What is this?
This is...
What
it's
does
this
this mean?
fucking teamfight tactics style thing. It's an auto chess game.
Is this chess?
It's auto chess. It's like chess, except not at all. Yeah, that was like the gimmick for a little while, and then it sort of died off. And this trailer is really bad.
Yeah. They basically just put a soundtrack and show some weird gameplay. Okay,
Yeah, the
that's it.
problem with this sort of thing, the gameplay isn't that interesting. Because there is quite a lot of luck
Yeah.
involved with this sort of thing. This looks really cheap.
Auto chess, okay.
Oh, it is just auto chess. This one's
So,
actually
yeah,
already out on PC,
literary chess.
mobile, or whatever. Yeah, but it's not really chess at all, other than having like a grid that you put the characters on. It's just that was the name of the mod that inspired all of those ones. Have we seen this one before? This looks really familiar.
I think I haven't. But I'm
Maybe
getting
that's
Echo
across
Chrome
the
vibes.
trailer.
And now it's open world.
Interesting concept, at least.
Yeah, I swear I've seen this before. I might be thinking of something else.
Okay, who needs a PS4 controller like that?
Yeah, those
Who
things
does?
are
Now let's
worth
take a
like a
look
ton
at
of
2
money.
new games headed to PS5.
Oh yeah, the Pedestrian's already out on PC.
Ghosts.
I knew I'd seen it before.
Oh, so it's a game that already exists and I didn't
Yes.
know. Okay then.
Came out in January. Hey, Sumo.
They count, ration, manipulate. They've taken everything from those they claim to protect. Authority and steel will not stop us. We aren't an invading army. We are wraiths. We bypass defenses and strike at the heart.
Yeah, I love Assassin's Creed.
We take back what was stolen. And the people call us heroes.
They forgot to put his face in. Just like Assassin's Creed.
To others, we are rivals.
It's just like God of War.
There he is, it's Kratos. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there it is. Boy. Give me a boy.
It's suddenly magic.
We are all outlaws. But some of us will
So
become
it's PvP or is it PvE? Or both.
Again, this doesn't look like very PS5-ish, but okay.
Hey, Temtem.
Oh, hey, Pokemon.
I was trying to remember if the console versions had any sort of release dates or anything. It's obviously in early access on PC right now.
Yeah, it's been on early access for a while.
It's not too long.
I think it was only the first gym or something, but I didn't play it.
No, there's a bit more than that, but there's still a bit to go. They came out January in early access, so I guess if they're showing off the PS4 version, there might be some stuff about the Switch version being shown soon. Obviously not on this, but
Actually, the
Before we
PS5
wrap up,
version.
Let's take a tour of Godfall. We've got new
odd. I thought they'd
PS5
have it on
gameplay for this
PS4 too.
melee-focused action epic.
Well, I guess
launching
since it's
this
coming
holiday.
in 2021,
yeah.
might as well put it on PS5.
Oh, that's Godfall, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hello.
This will be a
My
long
name is Keith
video.
Lee, and I am the game director for Godfall. On
does
behalf
seem
of
to wanna
Counterplay
speak
Games,
slowly.
we are very excited to share gameplay with you today and to offer you a glimpse into the mystical world of Godfall. Today, you'll be seeing extensive gameplay captured on a PlayStation 5 development kit. Please keep in mind that the game is still a work in progress, and some things may change from the final product as we continue to learn and harness the power of Sony's next generation console. Please enjoy. So let's jump right into what Godfall is. Godfall is a looter slasher that features intense action, satisfying moment-to-moment combat, and robust loot progression systems. You can enjoy the game at your own pace, playing alone, or through online co-op with up to 2 additional teammates. Godfall is set in a brand new high fantasy universe filled with heroic knights, arcane magic, and forbidden realms. The world is split up into the elemental realms of earth, water, air, and fire. Godfall is a complete package.
Wow.
All loot and gear in the game are acquired or unlocked through gameplay.
But everything changed.
There are no
with the Fire Nation attack.
microtransactions.
Yep.
No waiting for content. It's all in the game on day one. As you adventure, you'll get to tear through enemies to challenge a mad god who awaits
And
you
it's really
at the top.
lagging.
You play a Valorian knight.
I mean, the game is
godlike
lagging,
warrior,
not the actual
able
stream.
to equip valor plates, legendary armor sets that transform you into an unstoppable master of melee combat. Throughout your journey, you'll find ancient valor plates lost in time, each with their own characteristics and long history. Now let's talk about gameplay in Godfall. First, our team wanted to do something different. We wanted to combine action RPG loot progression with third-person melee combat to create what we think is a looter slasher. Our game is therefore one part gear-driven and one part player skill-driven. In other words, not only do we want you to find exquisite weapons with powerful loot traits, but we also want you to have that feeling of accomplishment for mastering the wide set of combat mechanics available to you in Godfall. From a combat philosophy perspective, the melee combat in Godfall is intended to be fluid, dynamic, and interactive, embracing offense over defense. More often than not, you'll be facing multiple enemies at the same time. As a result, you should always be moving and closing the gap on enemies. Also, you dominate the combat space, not the enemies, and the game rewards you for being aggressive. Now that you're familiar with
to be honest, it
combat
doesn't look that
philosophy,
great
let's
so
dig
far.
into the weapons themselves.
It looks like it could be fine, but this trailer's just
In
kind of,
Godfall,
well, this
there are
gameplay
5
thing's just kind of
weapon
like...
It looks like a generic
kind of
game.
move around and attack
Why are they
people.
giving it so much
The
attention?
dual blades, the polearm, the two-handed warhammer, and the two-handed greatsword. Each weapon class has their own unique movesets and playstyles, ranging from fast combos to more strategic, deliberate play.
Well, we are almost at
As you
the
defeat
40 minutes
enemies in your
mark, so
adventures,
maybe this
you
is
will
the game that
acquire
ends it all.
numerous weapons. For
But
each weapon
the
category,
way they were
each
talking
weapon
made it
with
sound
their
like this
own
was the last
primary
thing.
and secondary traits. At a later date, we will
But I
delve
think there
into
may
the
be
weapon
time for
classes
only one
and
more
how to
announcement.
modify them in greater detail. For now, we'll go over the dual blades and the longsword weapon classes. The dual blades are the fastest weapon class in Godfall, embodying speed, fluidity, and mobility. The dual blades are exceptional against soft, unarmored targets or single targets. You can perform a combo by executing 4 consecutive light attacks. The dual blades heavy attack.
Is this a tutorial or what is this?
Yeah, it's so dull. Like
also
they
be
try to
used
make it
as a
sound like
finisher.
this is something
Yeah,
completely
they try to
unique.
hyping it up as this great
So what are the
game thing, but it
signature
looks
moves
generic
for
as
the dual
hell.
blades?
Like, but why
As you
did they
build up
try and make it
charge,
sound like
you
it
can
was
also
something like
activate
unique? And
inner
it's like
focus,
we play
which is
games
unique
Yeah, I
to
mean,
the
this is
dual
a
blades,
this
which
is
inflicts
this a
massive
gameplay
damage
that I
in a
saw
short period
like
of
in
time.
every other
There's
literal
also
action
mortal
game.
coil, where you can throw your blade into
What
an
is
enemy,
this?
pulling the enemy.
Like, it could be
towards
fine,
you.
It's
but,
not bad, but it's nothing spectacular either, so it's generic.
Now let's switch to the longsword weapon class.
Okay, we're going through all of the weapons.
Longswords are balanced
Yeah,
weapons, embodying
such
crisp
a dull
damage
way of showing
and
things
simple
off.
cooldowns without
This
needing
is
a
the sort
lot
of video
of
that should
elaborate
have like
combo
available as like a
setups.
separate thing.
Similar to dual blades,
Yeah, definitely.
longswords have their own 4-hit
Like,
light attack
after
combo.
this is over, like you could,
Then
if you
there's
wanted to
the
learn
heavy
more,
attack
but like
finisher,
this is just
which can be used at the
it's
end
kinda
of your light
stupid,
attack
honestly.
combo. There are 3 signature
you
moves
can
for
press
the
one
longsword
button and
class.
press another button.
There's
It's
Spectral
like,
Flurry,
wow, just
which
like,
cannot be interrupted and
the-
deals
you
high
usually
damage
can
to
in action
multiple
games.
nearby targets. Then there's Spiral Technique, which eviscerates all enemies in a straight fixed path. Notice there's a white flash after a longsword
Jesus
swing
Christ.
called a timing attack.
This is really,
You press
really
the
like
shield button exactly
stupid.
at the
like,
same time you'll perform a devastating
there
shield uppercut.
Like, if
with
there
your
isn't
longsword.
one more announcement thing after this, then this is such a dull way to end this video.
It's available to you throughout the entire game.
Are we dead yet?
You can always block incoming attacks with your shield. If you press the shield button at
Wow.
the right time,
You could
can
block
also
with the
parry
shield.
an attack.
And parry.
You can perform a light
I'm gonna go.
attack
I'm gonna go on
after a
Twitter and see
last-second
everybody's just like,
shield
"This is the
block
most
to
boring thing
counterattack
ever."
with a powerful shield strike. The shield is great not just for defense,
Yeah.
but also
Yeah, on my
offense.
Twitter. Boy, this
You
sure
can
is a
aim
game that
and
has
throw
been
your
developed
shield,
by human
which will
beings
hit
for a new
multiple
console
nearby
launch.
targets. If you tap the shield button just as you catch your shield, you can perform a powerful wave attack. You can double tap the shield button to petrify enemies. And of course, you can perform an R3 ground finisher on enemies that were knocked down to the ground.
It would be good if the video started right here, maybe.
Probably. Like the different weapon things are the sort of thing. You should just have separate videos for them available. Like after this is over, where if you want to look at each weapon, there you go. But wow, look at the enemy doing nothing.
We fought. No, I just standing there.
Kind of reminds me of like what happened with the Avengers game, where like all the initial stuff they showed was just really boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Maybe they're too overconfident to spread it. Again, even this gameplay looks generic. Does it look that special to you?
Not really. Like again, that's the thing. They haven't shown off anything.
See, that's the thing. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but
I
it,
hope you enjoyed our first
why
walkthrough
so much
video of
attention?
Godfall running on the PlayStation 5. We also want to thank all the fans for their endless support since our initial reveal back in December.
Yeah.
We have a few more surprises coming down the road, such as details on loot and progression, and are eager to share more with you on our way to
I think
launch
everybody
this
in my
holiday
timeline just
season.
sort of pieced out
We
at
hope
this
that
part.
you will join our Godfall community on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you.
That's a wrap. We hope you enjoyed this peek into the future of PlayStation.
That's it.
See you next time.
That was such a bad way to end this all. Like before that, it was like this was fine, and then that final thing is just like this is the dullest thing you could have ever
I
done.
won my 40 minutes of my life back.
Well, the rest of it was fine. Like wasn't expecting a whole lot from it. Like Spelunky 2 finding out a release date, which was nice, and some other stuff.
I mean,
but...
it's a good thing I didn't have my expectation very high.
Yeah, I don't think
expected
anybody did. Yeah,
nothing. At
Spelunky
least
2
we
getting-
got the Control DLC.
Yeah, Control DLC, Spelunky 2.
Temtem.
stuff.
I learned the first
Temtem.
time about Temtem. Looks really cool.
Again, it's early access right now on PC. But yeah, that was such a stupid way to end all that. Like, why? Maybe Sony were expecting something more than that. Then Gearbox were like, here you go. Here is a very dull video.
Yeah,
Very,
it definitely
very
was
dull.
like that. And the game is even free if you buy a graphics card right now. For most of the graphics cards. So I probably will check it out. If the combat feels good, it doesn't look bad, but as you said,
Yeah,
Francesco,
they
it looks...
didn't really show anything particularly interesting. Like,
What about the story, actually? Is there any?
There probably will be, but I don't expect much of anything.
Yeah, and the environments looked a little bit dull. I don't know. The level
Yeah.
design.
Again, it's something like that. It's just another case of like making it look really boring from the get-go, but like, trying to hype it up as something interesting.
Yeah.
If you want it to be interesting, show the interesting stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, like the rest of that was fine. Like, but yeah, it was just a very bad way to end the video. Because the problem is now, like, you're gonna have a bunch of people saying that was really boring, even if it's just because the ending wasn't that great. Like.
And none of the games I mentioned on Twitter have been shown. Like Oddworld, Soulstorm, Walking Dead Onslaught, Sniper Elite VR, which we haven't heard of in a year. Then Spiritfarer, Twin Mirror, Little Nightmares 2.
The Spiritfarer, did they show that off at the Xbox one?
Oh yeah, could be.
If it's the one I'm thinking of.
Still doesn't have a date, I think.
Yeah, no release date still.
And Little Nightmares 2, it's been a while since we saw it.
Yeah, we might just find out about it randomly one day. Yeah, Spelunky next month was nice.
Yeah, I haven't played the first one, actually.
Yeah,
It was on PS3, right?
Yes,
Which
it
one?
was. Spelunky was on PS3, from what I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah, it was on PS3.
And PS4.
And obviously PC.
I'm trying to remember if it was on PS Plus on PS4. I think it might have been.
Yeah, I think I was at some point it was gifted. Yeah,
But there was
PS
no
Plus.
multiplayer. The multiplayers are new, right?
There was local, from what I remember. Yeah, there was local multiplayer, but no online. It's the online that's new.
It looked competitive, so do they
Well, you
have
can
a
play.
co-op mode as well?
They showed off a tiny bit of it, but yeah, there is co-op as well. But yeah, it sounds like they just added in a few like competitive style modes too.
Could be also a PS Plus title.
I don't expect it to be, but it could
Like
be.
Fall Guys or Rocket League.
Yeah, like it has a chance. For sure.
Seems like we're getting the State of Plays now monthly, since they called it State of Play August.
Maybe I could see that happening, at least for a few months. They need to not end it on a really dull video again.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. It's like, hey, you want gameplay? Here is very, very boring tutorial level gameplay that you could probably like not even need to know. It's like, again, not like it seemed fairly simple to figure out. Like, it's like you could use the shield to block attacks. It's like, yep, that sounds about right. You can hit things with the weapon. Yep, we get it. Just yeah, very odd. They try and build it up as something unique and like fresh, and it's like this doesn't look very new.
New things to
Well, the Pathless looked pretty interesting as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, should be fun. But obviously you need to see a little bit more of it, but I'd just rather want to play it, but yeah, like what they showed looked cool.
Yeah, and that Fury style game, I don't know what to expect of it. What was the name?
Yeah, like it looked like it was basically like one-on-one fights.
Aeon must die. It's like Ox must die with an exclamation mark. Limestone Games, haven't heard of them at all before.
Let's have a look.
It looks like that's their first game.
Yeah. The only other thing it brings up is like a mobile developer. That's a different name.
Well, pretty impressive for a first game.
Yeah.
You're pretty good at stuff, and nobody hates you yet.
Yeah, and then there was Bugsnax. Looks pretty interesting as well.
Yep.
But with a dark twist at the end. Is there any co-op in the game? Do we know that?
No idea yet.
Don't think so.
But yeah, they definitely haven't announced it.
Looks a little bit like Yonder, if you know that game.
Slightly,
But less farming or no farming at
yeah.
all.
More actual characters and stuff to talk to. Probably
Yeah.
more directed as well.
I really have to play the Immortal game now on the Rift. Still no word on VR on PS5 actually. They just announced the peripherals that you can use. Of course you can use the camera with an adapter that's supposed to be free. So we probably have only
so probably will
USB.
be, yeah, so I'd assume there will be
A
VR
new
stick
headset.
with
New VR headset.
probably like one that's actually like a bit of a bigger leap.
Or you can use the Oculus Quest now with the PlayStation 5.
You just plug the PS5 directly into your mind.
Whatever you do, stay in the light.
Oh, it's the voice of Alan Wake at the start. Whatever you do, stay in the light. That was actually Alan Wake who said that.
Yeah. So yeah, that is the Alan Wake DLC.
Yeah, basically the only interesting part of this conference.
Yeah. I think I have to play Control again. Sadly without ray tracing. Do you guys have ray tracing abilities on your PC?
Nope. My PC sucks.
Probably not. Let's have a look.
August 27th. Well, after August, I think 18th, I will only play Flight Simulator anyway, so that's it. If it runs on my machine, because you supposedly need 32 GB of RAM to play it well.
You need what?
Yeah.
128 gig RAM.
20 gig of graphics RAM, VRAM.
And there I thought 12 gigabytes were good.
Nope, you need at least 518.
Yeah, but probably an SSD would be the best investment for that game.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, storage on next gen is going to be a pain. Both consoles don't even come with a terabyte of memory by default. It's like, why?
And we don't even know the price.
Yeah.
So I'm prepared for the worst.
Rumors are now $399 for the Xbox.
Is that
I
dollars?
wish. That's actually good.
Euro.
Yeah, that does seem lower than I'd expected.
I'm still hoping for something like the Series S with 180 because I don't care about 4K at all.
Well, the X has 8K even, right? So maybe the S will have 4K?
Well, it's like the X has support.
I think these
8K.
consoles have 4K and 8K upscaling. I don't think they have native 8K. It's too soon for that, and it would cost too much.
I've recently had the opportunity to see 8K actually, so yeah, it's pretty impressive. So if video cards can do it, why not the PS5?
I
and
mean, it
X?
is impressive, but my point is, do we even need it? How much 4K stuff did you see?
Of course we don't need it because the performance is terrible.
I mean, we don't even have 4K everywhere yet, so why it is push for 8K?
Yeah, to have
When
60 FPS would be the most important for every game.
Yep. It's hard to tell if it's just the stream being weird or the actual games, but
Yeah, Godfall didn't look like 60 FPS all of the time.
Also, remember how we were talking about Aeon Must Die?
Yeah.
Looks
What?
like some stuff's going down there.
What is going on?
Seemingly all the devs have quit the studio that's making it.
What the fuck? Holy shit!
It's like,
the fuck?
I guess we'll have to see if that's actually true, but that'd be pretty wild if it is.
Okay, I tried doing some...
I guess they didn't like the trailer. 4 minutes ago, Focus Home published the video on YouTube. But where did you see that? On Twitter?
Yeah, it just popped up on Twitter. I'm guessing the Dropbox link is a link to a mirror of the video.
Okay, I'm just checking the Dropbox. And apparently it does a lot of shit. There's the resignation letter. Concept
like
art.
they have a bunch of everything.
Designers.
Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, that Dropbox has a way more stuff in it than I thought. Jesus.
Holy fuck.
Well, that's that's something. I was not expecting that at all. Let's well, here is the video that screenshot's taken from.
Sentient filth. I claim your mind for the Void Armada. Gods have squealed for my mercy. Who are you to stand in the way of my vengeance?
Yeah, it's all kind of nuts.
That was kind of wild.
This is yeah, like holy shit.
What a waste of stardust.
Holy fuck.
Go all out or go home, Emperor.
Yeah, it's just my Twitter timeline now is just about this. It's like everyone's forgotten about like everything else that happened during the PlayStation video. It's like everyone's just talking about Aeon Must Die stuff.
Yeah, there's a 9-page history of the team leaving.
Your legacy is a hollow shell.
And a lot of stuff we are not supposed to see. In Russian. Also, it's a Russian studio.
You should have remained dead.
Seems like it, yeah.
Well, there's a lot of source material also if you can read Russian.
Yeah.
Or Kirill.
This is just so... just the fact that it's
This
like...
is so bizarre.
Yeah.
I have no words.
I don't think anybody saw that coming.
Definitely not.
Oh, hey, Mortal Shell comes out soon. It's like Dark Souls.
When is soon?
The 18th.
Flight
Mortal
Simulator
Shell.
Day.
Yeah, it's like the same day though. Yeah, Mortal Shell, it's like they showed off it. Was it one of the PlayStation things? The earlier PlayStation ones? Or was it the Xbox?
August 5th was the release date trailer? I don't know.
Yeah. It looks like a Souls style game. I never played the beta that they had at one point.
Another Epic exclusive.
On PC, yeah. Seems interesting. I think the beta was happening. I was doing something else at the time, so I forgot about it.
Okay, some are saying it's like Dark Souls 4 times. Like
Yep.
playing 4 times Dark Souls at the same time. What do you guys think of Pikmin 3 Deluxe?
I mean, it was one of the
fine.
only games that was missing from Wii U, so...
Yeah, but I do think it's probably going to make another really overpriced Wii U port. Which is kind of lame. Imagine if Nintendo released these at a lower price point, because they're ports of Wii U games.
But there will be new content.
Yeah, but it's not going to be that much. And if it is, then cool, but I don't really expect it.
Yeah, for Mario Kart Deluxe we know there's not a lot to expect of new content.
There'll at least be more than that, I think.
Should be. But at least we don't need Joy-Cons now to play the game. I mean the Wiimote. Sorry.
It's like, wait a second.
You can use Joy-Cons probably.
I mean, technically you don't have to, but...
Yeah. Yeah, so we could play some Fall Guys on the next stream.
Yep, I played a little bit of it.
Which one?
Fall Guys on the PS
Oh
Plus.
yeah, I need to redeem it. Sure, that should be fun.
As long as the servers don't break.
Oh yeah, they broke pretty badly on the first night I saw.
They've been a bit weird today as well, from what I've heard.
Let's wait a few days. Alright, let's wrap this up. Thank you guys for watching. and see you next time.
See you.
Bye.